On this day in history, January 26th, the Council of Trent, 1545 to 1563, was the Roman Catholic Church's formal response to the Protestant Reformation. Concluding in 1563, its decrees were confirmed by Pope Pius IV on January 26, 1564, in the bull Benedictus Deus. This council clarified Catholic doctrines, distinguishing them from Protestant beliefs, and implemented significant internal reforms, such as establishing seminaries for clergy education and emphasizing preaching. On January 26, 1564, during the Livonian War, the Grand Duchy of Lithuania achieved a decisive victory over the Tsardom of Russia at the Battle of Ula. Led by Mikołaj, the Red Radziwiłł, Lithuanian forces surprised the larger Russian army commanded by Prince Pyotr Shysky, resulting in Shysky's death and the capture of the Russian wagon train. This victory halted the Russian advance towards Vilnius and restored the balance in the Livonian War. In 1699, the Ottoman Empire, for the first time, permanently ceded territory to Christian powers. This significant event marked a turning point in the empire's territorial control, signaling a shift in the balance of power in the region. On January 26, 1788, the British First Fleet, led by Arthur Phillip, sailed into Port Jackson, Sydney Harbour, to establish Sydney, marking the beginning of permanent European settlement in Australia. This event is commemorated annually as Australia Day. The Rum Rebellion of 1808 was the only successful armed takeover of the government in New South Wales. It resulted from tensions between the colonial administration and the New South Wales Corps over the control of the rum trade. On January 26, 1841, Captain Gordon Bremer took formal possession of Hong Kong Island at Possession Point, establishing British Hong Kong. This marked the beginning of over 150 years of British rule. The Point-No-Point Treaty was signed on January 26, 1855, in Washington Territory between the United States and Native American tribes, ceding tribal lands to the U.S. government. The First Battle of Seattle occurred on January 26, 1856, when Marines from the USS Decatur drove off Native American attackers after an all-day battle with settlers. On January 26, 1861, during the American Civil War, the state of Louisiana seceded from the Union, joining the Confederacy. In 1863, General Ambrose Burnside was relieved of command of the Army of the Potomac after the disastrous Fredericksburg Campaign. He was replaced by Joseph Hooker. Also, on January 26, 1863, Massachusetts Governor John Albion Andrew received permission from the Secretary of War to raise a militia organization for men of African descent, leading to the formation of the 54th Massachusetts Infantry Regiment. On January 26, 1870, during the Reconstruction era, Virginia was readmitted to the Union after the Civil War. The world's largest diamond, the Cullinan, weighing 3,106.75 carats, was found on January 26, 1905, at the Premier Mine near Pretoria in South Africa. The Rocky Mountain National Park was established by an act of the U.S. Congress on January 26, 1915, preserving the natural beauty of the region. On January 26, 1926, John Logie Baird demonstrated the first working television system, marking a significant milestone in broadcasting technology. The German-Polish Declaration of Non-Aggression was signed on January 26, 1934, aiming to improve relations between the two nations. During the Spanish Civil War, on January 26, 1939, troops loyal to nationalist General Francisco Franco, aided by Italy, captured Barcelona. On January 26, 1942, during World War II, the first United States forces arrived in Europe, landing in Northern Ireland. On January 26, 1945, Audie Murphy displayed extraordinary valor in action, for which he was later awarded the Medal of Honor. The Hale telescope at Palomar Observatory saw first light under the direction of Edwin Hubble on January 26, 1949, becoming the largest aperture optical telescope at the time. The Constitution of India came into force on January 26, 1950, forming a republic. Rajendra Prasad was sworn in as the first president of India. This day is observed as Republic Day in India. Black Saturday in Egypt occurred on January 26, 1952, when rioters burned Cairo's central business district, targeting British and upper-class Egyptian businesses. On January 26, 1956, the Soviet Union ceded Porkala back to Finland, ending the Soviet lease of the area. On January 26, 1998, during the Lewinsky scandal, U.S. President Bill Clinton denied having had sexual relations with former White House intern Monica Lewinsky on American television. Nadia Suleiman gave birth to the world's first surviving octuplets on January 26, 2009, attracting significant media attention. On January 26, 2020, a Sikorsky S-76B helicopter flying from John Wayne Airport to Camarillo Airport crashed in Calabasas, California, killing all 9 people on board, including NBA champion Kobe Bryant and his daughter, Gianna Bryant.